Hello everyone, I am Erika of Beadingschool.com and you are watching Coffee Time with Erika, my weekly BD broadcast. Today I have a special guest with me who will join me in a minute or two, and we are going to talk about a very special event that is happening soon in the beading world. But first, please let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. I would like to make sure that all the technical things work well today. I see Antoinette already. I see Rowena. Hi, Rowena. So good to see you. I see Sarah. I see Nicolene. So, ladies, today, Rowena says she can hear me and see me. Thank you so much. Sandra, Linda, Ula, Angelica, Claire are here too. So today, since this is a special edition of Coffee Time with Erika with a special guest, then instead of the usual Beading School Facebook page and Beading School Facebook club combo where you can watch the video live, you can watch it from the Beading School Facebook page, and you can watch it also from the Facebook page of the Beadworkers Guild. However, I don't see comments coming from the club this time because I have a limit of 2 places at the moment where I can broadcast to live. I see many other beaders joining us. I'm super happy about it. And I would like to invite now on the screen Sylvia Fairhurst, representative of the Beadworkers Guild. Just a moment, and Sylvia is coming.
Hi.
Sylvia, welcome.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm all right, thank you very much. I recognise a few of those names as well, so that's lovely.
I'm sure. Thank you so much for accepting my invitation.
Oh, you're
I hope you
welcome.
also have a nice little beverage with you.
Not quite so little.
Okay, I'm cheating. I have 2. I also have a small one with tea, a small one with coffee. So
It is
cheers
only
to
hot
you,
water, though.
Hot water. Okay. Keeping you warm during this chilly day.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
So, today with Sylvia, we are going to talk about a very special event that is again luckily happening in the beading world. It's so special when we can talk about real life events. Today we will tell you and answer all your questions about the Great British Bead Show organized by the Beadworkers Guild. And I love the motto actually of the Beadworkers Guild. You have heard me many times talking about the guild. I am always recommending you the journal. But I would like to bring your attention, lovely beaders, to the motto of the guild that you can see immediately when you open the website of the guild. I will also show it to you in a moment. It says, bringing beadworkers together. And that's what Sylvia and her colleagues are doing, right?
Right. Definitely.
So,
It's Sylvia, Margaret. It's Sylvia.
sorry?
Margaret is asking, is it Sylvia or Delia? I said, it's definitely Sylvia.
So immediately I am putting on screen also of the website of the guild, so beaders can get familiar with it. The link where you can all find it, it's beadworkersguild.com, super easy to remember, and I highly recommend to bookmark it. Sylvia, before we would start talking about the show, about the real life show, can you please tell us a bit about the guild in general and a few sentences about all the different things that you are doing for beaders?
Oh, I'm not sure a few sentences is going to do it, Erika.
There is so much.
Okay, well, the Beadworkers Guild started in 1999. A few traders and a few beaders got together and decided it would be a good idea. And they hosted an event in 99. And everybody that was going to the end, they used to host the Great British Bead Show. One of the traders used to host it previously to us taking it on. And once the guild was formed, she couldn't wait to sort of say, okay, it's all yours now. So we started organising it, and I got involved in the early 2000s, and I've been doing it ever since, really. We also have lots of Zoom events. We do some free, once a month, we do some free drop-ins. So we do a morning session to cater for our Australian friends and that sort of time zone. And then we do another one that's early evening for us, which is better for our American friends. So they're completely free. You don't have to be a member. We also have some classes. They're not like I could say every quarter or anything, but we do have a full online brief. If they look at the website and look at the events and activities tab across the top there, you'll see all the different events that we have. Or you can just go to the shop. Some of them we charge for, some of them we don't. And there's so many resources on the website. We've got books under the education tab. We've got all kinds of free stuff. And of course, International Beading Week, if I dare mention that as well. There are so many patterns there, and our lovely Erika is one of our ambassadors. So we have some very well-known people who've donated patterns for everybody to share. And we're already starting to organise this year's as well. So my life is pretty busy at the moment.
I can imagine. I can imagine. And between those events and activities, just below the online events, we can find more information about the Great British Bead Show. Mm-hmm. Sylvia, can you tell us, please, like, when is it happening? How long does it last? Where is it exactly?
Okay, well, it's happening in May. The dates are right at the top there. So we go from the classes start on Thursday, the 4th, and go through to Saturday. And then on Sunday, we have a big bead fair. So we invite traders to come along and sell their wares to our captive audience, and it's open to the public. So we have classes, a few classes on Thursday. We have more on Friday, and then even more on Saturday. So there's quite a lot to choose from. Usually bookings are taken starting from October. All the details are released in our October journal, and bookings start almost immediately from there. So some of the classes, as you go through, you'll see are already full, and some still have room. So if you'd like to come, and you don't have to be a member now, we give members priority booking. So but that finishes kind of Christmas. So once we get to Christmas, it's open to everybody.
I actually prepared here a few photos.
Hey, I've even got the real thing just here.
That's amazing. It reminds me, this is one of the classes that's going to happen during the show. And it's Sylvia's class. And when I looked at it first, then it immediately reminded me of like beautiful corals, the structures, the colors. It's like the beautiful underwater world.
Now, that's interesting because the colour scheme came from a plant called lantana, which is not an underwater one. It's definitely above sea level, but it's gorgeous. It's almost like a sweet because it's got all of those colours in a single flower. It's a beautiful plant. So that was the inspiration for the colour scheme.
That's so inspiring to take inspiration from the nature, and
yeah,
funny how it can remind us of completely different things. And so this is one of the.
People don't have to use that colour, obviously. There's a little blue one here that I did in kind of peacocky colours, and a very, very simple kind of earthy for those that like the earthy colours. But we can't fit all the colours into the journal, so we have to pick one, and that one was my current favourite, so that's the one that made it.
It's a super nice set. And then I selected
Ah,
a
yes.
photo. Oh my God, this is so interesting.
Yeah, we like to have some different mediums and different approach to beading. So Jane's going to do some 17th century kind of embroidery that incorporates beads as well. So she's going to be showing some techniques that you can start with your frame there, but then they come off the frame and you can build them into some other kind of work. So it'll be an interesting class.
Yeah, I would like, if I were not teaching at then you would have me signed up between the first beaders. This looks super interesting to me. Then I have her header and her necklace, and I think most of our beaders know Heather very, very well. She was super kind, and she was one of our jury members a few years ago in the Beading School competition that we organized.
Okay.
And we also had her on Coffee Time with Erika. And yeah, her designs are very special. For me, they always have a historic vibe, even if Heather beads it in green like this, but still you can see there the influence, I think.
Yeah, she quite likes to add some history to her work.
And then Melanie Miguel.
Ah, yes. Yeah, Mel's only doing one for us this year, so if you like Mel, don't wait. It's a beautiful piece, as most of her work is, intricate as well, so it's bound to be a popular one.
Yeah, and it's actually Lord of the Rings inspired. I read the story of it today on the website. So those beaders who love the book might want to sign up for it. And actually, when I was preparing for my trip to the UK, we actually didn't say that, but I am teaching also. I have the honor of teaching there at the Great British Bead Show. And I was looking into the location today and which airport should I fly to. And then it was like, okay, maybe Nottingham, maybe Birmingham. And then I discovered that actually Tolkien, who wrote Lord of the Rings, lived nearby. And there is a beautiful garden which you can visit, and you can go on the Tolkien-inspired guided tour. So,
oh well, you're teaching me something. I didn't know that.
We might go. We shall go maybe for the tour then. It sounded very interesting. So, and I will put back the website now, because these are not all the classes that are happening at the show. There are a lot more. So, Sylvia, can you tell us, please, how to navigate, how to check the classes, how to sign up?
Sure. If you look at that screen there, the very top green button, that's where you can find the booking form, which you have we ask you to make 3 choices on your form. And then on the reverse is any hotel. Oh, sorry, we've got an intruder now. Hello, bye.
Hi.
Sorry.
No worries.
So yeah, on the back is the details for the hotel. So if you do decide to come, please book your hotel accommodation through the guild if you want to stay at the event venue. If you go directly to the hotel, it causes me terrible problems with the lunch numbers, etc. when we get there. So I know some people do book individually, but it does cause problems, but they don't realise that. So if you are coming, please book on the booking form.
So here is the accommodation part. So first you mark the classes, and I see, and you're
the first page is basically what classes do you want, how do you want to pay, when do you want to pay. Some people have already paid, some people defer the payment till February because prior to Christmas it's difficult for some people. And then on the second page it's all about the accommodation, the fact that you can reserve your rooms with us but you pay the hotel directly when you leave.
Uh-huh.
So you don't include that in any payments to us.
Okay, that's very good to know.
And then the other green buttons there are all per day. So Thursday, if you click the Thursday button, it will show you what classes are available on Thursday, and likewise for the other days. So you just need to click on the button to see what classes are available that day. So there you go. Erika's at the top.
And then you are
And then me with the necklace I'm wearing. Somebody asked, is it not heavy with all these stones? Well, you can see from the image there, and if I just move it, the stones are only in the middle. And it is reasonably heavy, but not too heavy.
You seem to be very comfortable today, Sylvia, and it looks beautiful on you.
Thank you very much.
So, as you can see, I am also teaching some classes, and I have the honor and pleasure to teach the masterclass on Thursday. And I have prepared a new design for education, and it's called the Theodora pendant, and it was inspired by Byzantine art. It reminds me of the shape of the cross. I have bad news, this one is fully booked already. If you did not sign up yet, then
it's worth, if you want to do it though, it's worth putting it on your form if you're going to book, because sometimes, you know, things happen and people can't come. So I do hold a waiting list.
Okay, that's really handy, Sylvia. Thank you so much for sharing that info. So that is one of the classes that I'm teaching, and if you join me, then we will do some bezeling. We will do some decorating with bicons, but then my favorite part comes when actually we will have the base ready, and then we will keep adding to it Miyuki slender bugle beads and Preciosa Suwon rhinestones. And it completely transforms the effect of how the pendant looks like. Before the bugles and before the Suwons, it's like nice, elegant, classic. And then we put on the extras and it becomes this modern piece. And it's super interesting to see how a few beads can make that change in your work. So this is what I will show you there, and I can't wait to it. Actually, Claire here, she says that she's lucky to be on that class. I'm so looking forward to show this to you, Claire.
Oh, Angelica's on your class as well.
So I'm sorry, Sylvia?
You've just popped it up there. We're just saying that Angelica's on your class as well.
Yes. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm really looking forward to meeting you all. Teresa has a question. Erika, if we are at the bead show, can we purchase your kits if we are in another class? Not at the bead show. We have a limited space only for the students at the class, and the classes first appear at the show, but afterwards. Stay close to beadingschool.com, okay? If you would be interested. And let's see what else is there on Thursday. Oh, Rowena is
Rowena's doing a very interesting one because it's all about bead folding and creating a structure that you can manipulate. That's going to be a really interesting class. And Fran, obviously, always very colourful classes with Fran.
I like how vibrant this is. And then the structure of Rowena's object is super interesting. It's one of those things that I couldn't even imagine before seeing this, that it can be done with beads.
She's just popped up there. She's very excited because it'll be her first time teaching.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Well, not her first time teaching, but her first time at the Great British Bead Show teaching.
And there are still spots for Esmeralda from Sylvia, and then also for the trillium from Fran, and the bead folding with Rowena, if someone is still hesitating, maybe. And we also have two
thank
more
you, Cindy.
days.
Sorry, I'm cheating. I'm reading the messages on the side as well.
Yeah, Cindy says, I sure wish I could go. I absolutely love your necklace, Sylvia, and your cross, Erika. They are both so beautiful. Thank you so much, Cindy. And then we have 2 more days of teaching. So I will also have a pair of earrings. Okay, I'm really, really enthusiastic about Preciosa Suvan rhinestones, so we will work some more with those. Then there is a beaded bowl from Mary. Carol is teaching. Again, Sylvia, Fran, Heather. Heather's is fully booked. And then Helen. Sylvia, if you were not teaching that day, which class would you like?
Oh gosh, on that particular day. Well, actually, if I didn't have a million other jobs to do at the show, I want to do Rowena's folding one. So if my class doesn't actually happen, if I don't get enough people, then I shall be diving into Rowena's folding one, I think.
That's a very nice one. I also wish that it would be possible to like stretch time, because I would sign up to Rowena's at the same time. I would go to your class too. And the leaves from Jane.
Oh yeah, Jane's leaves are gorgeous.
But
they're all fabulous projects. It's really, I mean, we always warn people, when you get your journal, get yourself a cup of tea, sit down and really think and have a good look. And check out the website for the photographs, because the ones obviously in the journal are quite small. So yeah, it is. We know it's going to be difficult for them. But that's what makes it interesting.
Indeed.
Oh,
Angelica was lucky to sign up for Heathers. I'm jealous. And then we have, I'm teaching also on Saturday, some more rhinestones. Then we have a necklace from Carol. The Arven necklace that we already checked from Melanie. And then we have a bracelet from Karen, and the green necklace that we also already checked from Heather. The oak leaves are on Saturday.
Yeah.
Some soutache with Patty, and
Helen's magic bowl.
That looks magic.
It looks magic to me. It looks amazing. That was really, really popular.
I don't wonder.
As you might imagine.
Yeah, class fully booked. Yeah, it's a very intriguing piece. And then Margareta is asking for the website. So it's beadworkersguild.com, and then below education you can find, below events and activities, you can find the information about this show. But besides all the learning and classes, it's of course most importantly about making beady friendships, right?
Yeah, sure. Well, Claire's saying there that she's with you on Friday and Saturday, but she's not stalking you.
Claire is a buddy. Christine is asking, these classes are all in person, not via Zoom. These are in-person classes, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's one big party, really. We all have a great time. And if you're new, then you just come along to the welcome desk and we introduce you to somebody, and then you're not on your own anymore. I like to look after everybody.
And whenever, of course, I haven't been to a BD event for a long time because of COVID, of course. But before the pandemics, whenever I had the luck to teach or visit a show, then as soon as you go to maybe a different country, a different city, a new event for you, I always there is like, oh my god, how will it be, will I find my way around, how will be the people? But whenever I stepped into the area, then it was like, okay, these are my kind of crazy people. It's a good place to be.
Yeah, the first time I went to an event like this, I went on my own, but I'd seen some work and I thought, oh my god, I have got to learn how to do that. And I was really nervous about going on my own. I don't like going into places on my own, but I knew there was going to be lots of other women there. And more or less the first person I met was also there on her own. So that was that really. I wasn't on my own anymore. And I had a whale of a time. And I thought, I don't care if I've got to beg, borrow, or steal the money. I shall be going to the next one. I didn't know then that I'd be organising it all within a very short space of time.
What a turn of events!
Yeah. But it's just amazing. And when you get there, you get a little wallet that gives you all the itinerary, so you know what's happening, where it's happening, where the classrooms are, what time they start, and all that kind of thing. So you get everything when you first get there, and there's always somebody on hand if you're feeling a bit lost or you don't know when something's happening or you've lost your bit of paper. There's always somebody to help out.
That's super nice. Angelika has an important question. Will the hotel be full of beaders in pajamas? I am secretly waiting for a slumber party.
Well, you could if you like, but I'm afraid most of the time we do have to share this hotel with people who are getting married. So it could be a bit embarrassing for you.
We can try. And Dawn is asking that where is this being held?
This is in a lovely hotel called the Staverton Park Hotel, and it's called Country Club, Golf Club, swimming pool, sauna, it's got the works. It's in Daventry, which is kind of middle of the UK on a motorway. So if you drive in, it's a cinch to get there. Train's a little bit more complicated because you have to get a train if you're coming in from elsewhere, probably London or one of the big airports, one of the big train stations, and then going to a smaller, more rural one, and then it's a taxi from there. But all the details again are given to you when you get your confirmation.
And I saw that from the smaller airports, Birmingham and Nottingham would work too, that there are lots of connections from both places.
Yeah.
Mektub says that she's also coming, and this is going to be her first event. That's super special. And Teresa has a question. Is there a dinner with the instructors evening?
Yes and no. We don't have anything that is specific, like the night before anything happens. We like to mingle. So you will find that we're not all sitting on the table, all tutors together. We definitely mingle with all the people that are there, and all the guild trustees tend to do that as well. We might do lunch together occasionally, just so, because we don't get a chance to see each other either, because we're so spread around the country. When we do get together, it's quite nice to just have a lunch together at some point. But yeah, dinner is definitely, everybody sort of mingles with everybody else. So there's no real sort of formality about it.
Talking about formalities, Miriam says that Miriam and Angelika are both from Switzerland. Angelika, you are not supposed to do this outside of Switzerland, but then Claire, who is from the UK, she's willing to start new traditions like the PJ parties. So,
all right.
There is some room to wiggle. I'm in.
I'd have to buy PJs.
I think whatever we feel comfortable at. So Margareta has a question about the tutorials. Will the tutorials patterns can be purchased after the show? The Heart Novel Cuff with Carol 𝐁𝐄𝐃𝐃𝐈 looks very nice.
Well, that's a difficult one to answer. And all I can say is possibly. Some tutors will definitely be hanging on to their instructions because they'll be teaching them for several years, well, for a year at least. Then they might release them for general sale, but not everybody works that way. So, it's all you can do is ask.
Yeah, I think that's very individual for teachers, that how does it work?
Well, they've had to sit on these designs for a year already because we ask for them to be new designs for the show. So I'm always working like 2 years in advance for these things. Good on you, Rowena. So, they've sat on it for a long time. It's launched at the Great British Bead Show, and then they will have, I'm sure, other classes already waiting in the wings to do for the rest of the year. And then maybe the following year they might release them as a saleable pattern. But they're going to want to earn some money out of these designs first.
I think what's the best that you can do, Margaret, is to visit after the show every teacher's website whom you like, and then check if there is information or send them a message if you can't find what you are looking for.
Yeah, if you can't find them either websites or Facebook, then you can always come back to me and I will point you at the tutor or get them to email you or something.
Indeed. And ladies, do you have any more questions? I have just discovered that Teresa is coming over. We will meet finally in person. Yay. Oh my God. That's amazing.
Yeah. I've answered your email, Teresa, just in case you haven't seen it yet. She emailed me earlier today.
So.
Oh, you're welcome.
If there are no more questions, then all I can say is that I am really, really looking forward to the Great British Bead Show.
As am I.
I am looking forward to meet you, Sylvia, and also Rowena, and everyone from the guild, and of course, all the beaders.
Well, I warn you now that we are, almost all of us, we're all very good at hugging. So be prepared.
I'm a huggy person, so it's
Fair
good.
enough.
Okay, Teresa found your email, so she's good.
Oh, Teresa's coming to the Netherlands after she's been to the show.
I know there is family, so yeah.
Excellent.
So I'm really looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to meet the guild, to meet all the beaders, to spread more beading knowledge, and to show you how to make these 3 designs that I specifically made for you. I think that you are going to enjoy them very much with all the jewels. I tried to not only bring a nice jewel, but to teach you a new way of thinking about a detail that you can then also apply in your jewels in the future. So I think we are going to have lots of fun. Definitely. Thank you so much, Sylvia. And if you still have questions, ladies, then please email the guild and visit the website where you find tons of information. And we are both looking forward with Sylvia to the show.
Indeed. If you want questions about the Great British Bead Show itself, it's better probably to email me, because if you email the inquiries, then it will be delayed because she only works Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if you email me, either at sylviafairhurst@beadworkersguild.com or events@beadworkersguild.com, then I can help you from there.
Okay, that's easy to remember then, events@beadworkersguild.com.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Sylvia. I will be staying here a little more to share some general beading school information, as we have a class coming up this week, a tutorial coming up this week, more beads coming up this week. But I would like to thank Sylvia for joining me today, and I'm counting the days until we see each other in May.
Oh, it'll soon come round. Well, thank you very much, and thank you, ladies, for joining us and your questions. And I'm sorry if we've missed answering any, but I'm sure we'll meet again.
For sure. Have a lovely afternoon, Sylvia.
Thank you.
Bye
Thank you very much. Bye.
So, ladies, thank you so much for all the questions and enthusiasm. And I'm so humbled, actually, that so many of you signed up to my classes, and I can't wait. And it's going to be amazing. Like, I love teaching online classes, like no one has to be alone, because we have a continuity. We meet every week. We can build on those friendships. We can build on those knowledge. So it's not a one-time occasion, like real life shows, which might happen maybe once a year only. But this is also going to be very special in a different way. And talking about no one has to be alone. Okay, first I see a question from Angelica. Angelica is asking, would you consider making a class in Amsterdam? I actually used to teach in Amsterdam, but I had the luck that I had access to a beautiful building where Adam, my husband, was working. So we didn't pay for the place, and now it became a bit complicated as he is not there anymore. So I don't see it at the moment. And so back to no one has to be alone. As I mentioned, there is going to be a new no one has to be alone class this week. So if you visit beadingschool.com and you click on the events tab, then you see all the upcoming things that are happening, and I would like to just give you a quick overview. So this was coffee time today with Sylvia about the Great British Bead Show, and then on Friday we can meet each other for No One Has to Bead Alone at our usual time, and we are going to work on Susie's new bergamot earrings that she designed from the Dolce Vita Beadingschool Academy theme box. It's a very fun one with super duos and fire polished beads and seed beads, and then a Miyuki twist bead on the edge. The Miyuki twist is a 12 millimeter type of a bugle bead. However, if you have a shorter one, then you can use a shorter bugle bead with some extra seed beads on the edges. And then if you like longer earrings like Susie and I do, then you can attach, for example, a bezeled cabochon on top of it. If you would like to find out more about the material that you need, then you can either check it at events or you can check it at noonehastobedalone.com. You might need some Miyuki twist beads for it, and I'm happy to announce that today we managed to restock some of your favorite colors. We bought everything what was available at our distributor, so it's not all the colors, but some of the most popular ones are restocked, and we even added 2 new ones, the golden plated versions. Then I have some good news for beaders who are members for the Beading School Academy's current team, La Dolce Vita, because it's time for our first signature jewel and some more time for our Susie to shine, as this is a signature jewel that you can bead from the box that Susie made for you, and it is now available. So if you sign in, if you are a student, then you can download it without any extra payments. Otherwise, it's available in the bead shop. It's a super nice bezel of a 27 millimeter round stone, and it has this absolutely special lacy effect that you can learn from Susie. And as she started to like the rectangle cabochons just as much as I do. Then she kept growing the design and attached a few of those along with some fire polished beads. So this is a very nice design that you can actually bead in different variations. I know that many of you were waiting for this. The rectangle cabochons are also available for you now in 12 colors, including a bundle for a better price. And just some quick info that I promised the Beading School Treasury to pass on to you, that the ladies today restocked the cotton Miyuki beads that you were loving so much during Advent. So except one color, everything is available again, so you can bead Ruxandra Puskás's earrings that she designed for December. The navets for the scarlet earring and for the Jaisalmer motif and also for Veronka's Bollywood necklace are also available again. So the ladies worked hard during today to bring back your favorites. And ladies, thank you so much again. That was the little extra information that I wanted to share. So please, most importantly, mark your calendar for Friday, for No One Has to Bead Alone, for the open workshop, so we can all bead together Zuzi's design. And then on Saturday, we have an extra gift for our Beading School Academy students. This Saturday already 𝐁𝐄𝐃𝐃𝐈𝐍𝐆, our professional storyteller, is coming. And we will have a Dolce Vita inspired storytelling night. You can bring your bead boards, work on your newest jewel, and listen to 𝐁𝐄𝐃𝐃's stories that she prepared for you. And sorry, Miriam is asking a question I did not notice. My necklace, it's not a new one. It's a very old one, in fact. I think it's at least 12 years old, and it was, in fact, if I can say that, my first bead embroidered piece, which was like a bit more substantial, and I was super happy when I managed to do this. And yeah, just very easy. You go around and around. If you would like to do something like this, then I would like to recommend the Traveler series, which is still available on the YouTube channel. But Miriam is a pro in bead embroidery, so she's beyond the basic lessons. So, ladies, if there are no more questions, then I would like to thank you for your attention today. I'm super happy that I can meet so many of you at the Great British Bead Show, and I'm also looking forward to Friday and No One Has to Bead Alone. Take care, everyone, and wishing you a nice, creative rest of the week. Bye-bye.